All right, let's talk about something that really impacts all of us. That slow, creeping decline in our bone and muscle health that seems to come with age. But here's the thing, it's not a done deal. Not at all. Today, we're going to lay out a super clear, science-backed blueprint to help you build a stronger, more resilient body for life. So let's get right into it. First things first, I want to ask you something. How dangerous is the chair you're sitting in right now? I know, it sounds kind of crazy. It seems totally harmless, right? But our modern lifestyle has quietly turned our comfy chairs into a serious hidden threat. And that threat? Oh, it is very real. Some incredible research shows that sitting for long periods can jack up your risk of death from all causes by up to 40%. Let that sink in. That's a huge number. It puts being inactive right up there with other major health risks we need to take seriously. And this gets us to the heart of the problem, what we can call the sedentary crisis. See, when we're not moving, a whole crew of silent saboteurs gets to work inside our bodies, undermining our health from the inside out. Let's unmask these culprits, shall we? So first on the list is osteopenia. The best way to think about this is like a quiet weakening of your entire skeleton. It's a real, measurable drop in your bone density. Now, it's not full-blown osteoporosis yet, but you can bet it's a major warning sign that your body's foundation is starting to get fragile. And right alongside it is its partner in crime, sarcopenia. This is the age-related loss of muscle. But here's the key. It's not just about losing mass, it's about losing function. This is the stuff that steals your strength, your power, and your balance, making everyday tasks harder and dramatically increasing your risk of a fall. And our third saboteur is insulin resistance. You see, when you're inactive for too long, your body's cells basically start to ignore the signal from insulin. This means sugar or glucose can't get into your cells for energy, so it just hangs around in your blood. This is what paves the way for serious metabolic issues like type 2 diabetes. So here's the takeaway. Sitting kicks off this whole negative chain reaction. Your glucose receptors, they just get lazy. The enzymes that burn fat slow way down. Chronic inflammation starts to creep up. And your mitochondria, the tiny powerhouses inside your cells, they just stop producing energy as efficiently. It's a total system-wide breakdown. But the good news is we can absolutely fight back. So let's pivot to our first line of defense, what we're putting into our bodies. I mean, you wouldn't try to build a strong house with cheap, flimsy materials, would you? Of course not. Well, the same exact principle applies to your body. It's time to feed your frame with the right stuff. Okay, your nutritional toolkit really boils down to 3 essentials. These are the non-negotiables. We need calcium for the actual hard mineral structure of our bones. We need vitamin D because it's the key that unlocks our body's ability to absorb that calcium. And we absolutely need enough protein to build the strong collagen framework that holds everything together. Now, getting enough calcium is easier than you think. Most of us need somewhere between 1,000 to 1,200 milligrams a day. And as you can see, you don't have to chug milk all day. Sardines, if you can eat them with the bones, are an absolute powerhouse. Even things like cooked kale and a handful of almonds really help you hit that daily goal. And please, let's not forget protein. To really fight off sarcopenia, the secret isn't just about the total amount you eat in a day. It's how you spread it out. If you aim for about 20 to 30 grams with each meal, you're constantly sending that powerful signal to your body to build and maintain muscle. Oh, and don't forget the helpers. Cofactors like magnesium and vitamin K from leafy greens and nuts are crucial too. Okay, so we've got the building blocks delivered. Now we need to send the construction crew the work order. That's exactly what exercise does. It's the catalyst, the active signal that literally tells your bones and muscles, hey, time to get stronger. And this simple quote explains it all. This is a fundamental principle of biology known as Wolff's Law. Your bones are living, dynamic tissues. They aren't just inert scaffolding. When you put them under stress, when you load them, they respond by remodeling and becoming denser and stronger. It's really that simple. Use them or lose them. So, what does loading your bones actually look like? Well, a really solid program has 3 key parts. First, you need weight-bearing activities, like a brisk walk or taking the stairs. Second, you've got to have resistance training. This is what directly tells your bones and muscles to grow. And third, and this is so important, is balance and functional training. This is what keeps you on your feet and prevents the falls that cause fractures in the first place.
And listen, resistance training does not have to be scary or complicated. This right here is a fantastic full body template. Moves like squats, lunges, rows, and presses, they target all the major muscles that connect to your most important and vulnerable bones, like your hips and your spine.
But I've got to give you one crucial piece of advice here. You have to be patient. Building bone is not a quick fix. You won't see a change on a bone scan for 6, maybe even 12 months. The real secret weapon here is consistency. A good routine that you can stick with week in and week out is so much more powerful than going all out once in a while and then quitting.
All right, on to our final pillar. You could have the world's best diet and a perfect exercise plan, but some lifestyle habits can just completely sabotage all of your hard work. So we need to fortify your lifestyle to protect all that progress you're making.
And this slide just lays it out in black and white. Smoking literally puts your bone loss on fast forward. And heavy drinking, it's straight up toxic to the cells that build new bone, not to mention what it does to your balance. Getting these out of your life, or at least cutting way back, is one of the most powerful moves you can make for your skeleton. Protection is also about prevention. This becomes so important as we get older. Little things make a huge difference. Maintaining a healthy weight, doing a quick safety check of your home for things like loose rugs, getting your eyes checked regularly, and talking to your doctor about any meds that might make you dizzy. These are simple, powerful strategies to keep you safe and fracture-free. Okay, so let's tie this all together. We've looked at the threats, we've walked through the solutions. So here it is, your simple, easy-to-remember blueprint to fight back against frailty and decline. It really just comes down to these 3 simple actions. Number 1, feed your frame with the right building blocks. Number 2, load your bones with the right kind of stress to make them grow. And number 3, fortify your lifestyle to protect your hard-earned gains. Just remember, feed, load, and fortify. And if you take away only one thing from our time together, please let it be this. Frailty is not your destiny. It is not an inevitable part of aging. It's a condition that results from a lifetime of choices. And what that means is that you have the power to prevent it, and in a lot of cases, you even have the power to reverse it. You have the blueprint now. The ability to change the course of your health is literally in your hands. So the only real question left is, what's the first small, powerful step you're going to take today?